Capricorn, what's going on, everybody? It's Sam from Cancer Moon's Tarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your September 11th through the 17th tarot reading. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your weekly. Of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, cancermoonstarot.com. That's going to be linked down in the first link in the description below. But without further ado, Team Capricorn, let's hop on into it and see what's up. We're going to go over your main situation first, then dabble on into the rest of what I got for you guys regarding this week. So let's see what's coming up here for Capricorn. Excuse me, Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. Throughout the week here of the 11th through the 17th, what do we got showing up here for you? I'm feeling tongue-tied. Could be something going on with the throat chakra for a few of you. Excuse me as I'm about to cough. Definitely kind of feels like a throat chakra cleansing or clearing is very needed. Try wearing the color blue if you're having issues with communication. If you're talking to somebody or if you wish to communicate with somebody and have a serious conversation, try wearing blue. It's 222 at the time that I'm recording this, 222. So I do get the sense here that there are things that need to be communicated. And I feel as if you don't get it out, this is a warning message, right? If you don't get it out, it's only going to continue to hurt you rather than to help you. So for Capricorns that need to get things off their chest, really communicate this week. I feel like it's going to be super important for you, but let's take a look. Overall energy for you is going to be the 8 of Wands. Okay, that came out reversed, but I don't do reversals for the monthlies, so interesting. But 8 of Wands coming up here for you. Card of communication. There you go. So definitely feels like a time where you need to go ahead and talk to somebody. You could have been journaling recently. Maybe you keep a diary, you keep a journal. You might be putting down your thoughts, writing out your thoughts, or this could be about that being helpful for you this week. If you've never kept a journal before, I mean, you can have a journal in your iPhone notes if you want to, or Android notes if that's a thing. I don't know. But either way, just writing down your feelings and thoughts can be really beneficial for you because it can help you put everything together. It can pretty much help you kind of process, get everything out that you want to say. And then if you need to get something off your chest to a specific person, you can refer to what it is like you wrote down. All right. But communication is really going to be key this week. Excuse me. Thank you. Moving on into the current energy, the star, what you're dealing with at this time, the King of Cups, and looking at the outcome here, we do have here the 9 of Wands. It's interesting because looking at this star card, you know, this isn't a snake by any means, but it kind of looks like the basilisk a little bit from Harry Potter. So I'm kind of getting the feeling here of like fighting off the snake, fighting off any sort of energies here. But you have to be willing to stand in your power. So the star card this week is almost about reconnecting with your power, really opening up and communicating, standing your ground, saying what needs to be said, and not worrying about how it's going to pan out or play out or what other people are going to think. Looking at the current energy here, King of Cups, doing what you can to get yourself as emotionally balanced this week as possible is really going to work to your benefit, Capricorn, because the more emotionally calm you are, the more emotionally collected you are, the more you're going to be able to kind of nip a situation in the bud is what I'm feeling for you. But I keep seeing, looking at the outcome, 9 of Wands, you're really holding back with something. There is a lack of getting something off your chest. And I want to get some insight as to why. Why is Capricorn here really not communicating about something? What is holding them so far back? We have the Moon, and we have here the 6 of Wands. I think first and foremost, bringing your attention or bringing the attention of others to your emotions is pretty uncomfortable. And it most certainly is. I definitely can understand that as a water sign. I can definitely have moments where it's kind of uncomfortable talking about my feelings with certain people because my feelings have a lot of depth, as do yours. So you have a lot of deep feelings here. And if I bring these to the forefront, if I bring these to somebody else's attention, what if they don't validate them? What if they crap on my feelings? You know, there is this worry in a way I feel of being emotionally rejected showing up for some of you. Now, despite that standpoint, what is it that Capricorn needs to communicate this week? We have here the Queen of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and we have here the Hangman. I think for many of you, it's kind of about letting somebody know, like, listen, I really feel, Hangman card, that things aren't really moving. Kind of feels like we've been stuck and we've been stagnant for a while. So this could be the energy of communicating to a friend that maybe you're not interested in pursuing this friendship any longer. You might feel like you've kind of hit a low point with a friendship and it just hasn't improved. You could be in a place where you want to tell your boss, listen, I'm sorry, but this job isn't working out for me. At the end of the day, I'm not happy here anymore. I'm not fulfilled here anymore. It could be the same thing with a romantic partner. But I think ultimately here with the Queen of Swords to the Three of Wands, you want to open yourself up to what the future has to offer. But there is a lot of nervousness showing up in communicating this and telling somebody that you want to move on. That's what I think you're really nervous about. You might be nervous about how somebody here is going to react and respond to you essentially saying that I want to part ways. So this is kind of the main situation I'm seeing showing up here right now at this time. Now, why does this make Capricorn so nervous though? To let somebody know that they want to move on and do their thing. We have here the Five of Cups, and we have here the Ace of Pentacles. I think that you don't want to be put into a position where you have to potentially hurt somebody else. I don't think that you want to cause anyone grief. And I think that in a way, you know that by walking away from your current circumstance, you're letting somebody else down in the process. And I feel like for you, that kind of bums you out too, because you don't want to be in a position of power where you can let somebody else down. So that's what's really bumming you out, I think. And I think that that's what's kind of driving you to not talk about your feelings and to kind of just stay in a situation that's unfulfilling. But Capricorn, that'll not do you good, and that will not do the person you're dealing with or the situation you're dealing with any good here as well. Best thing is to be honest always, and to go after what's going to make you happy. Sure, it might let somebody else down, but they will move on from that, and so will you. So I think that this week, the best thing you can do is be really honest about how you feel and be honest with other people about what you feel and take action accordingly. Okay? All right, let's hop on in though into the challenge. What's the challenge for the week? We got here the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think that the challenge here for you is communicating your feelings. We definitely are seeing that showing up here in this reading, but you know, despite that standpoint, guys, it's really just going to come down to saying it's a tough thing to do, but I got to do it because I deserve to be happy. And also being in a situation where I'm not happy isn't benefiting the other people I'm dealing with. So the best thing that's going to be the best win for all is to walk away if I'm unsatisfied, right? All right, moving forward, what can Capricorns expect throughout the rest of the week here from the 11th through the 17th? We have here the Lovers, we have here the Hermit, we have here the Sun card and the Six of Swords. Absolutely, I like it. So you are keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. You got here the Lovers paired with the Hermit. So this is about isolating here from what you're now feeling disconnected from. Okay, so if you need to leave or walk away from a job, you're doing that this week. If you're walking out of a partnership, vice versa, you know, friendship, whatever the case may be for you, this is going to be about you guys speaking your truth and actually taking action here to disconnect. I do think relatively quickly here with the Sun card, you are going to be happy about this because there's going to be a very good feeling of being set free and being able to explore the options of the future. So this week, you do seem to be taking the strides here to walk away, but it feels good. You're like, this is the right decision and I'm happy right now. So of course, this is the right direction to go into if it's what feels right at this time. Six of Swords, yeah, you're on your path. You're moving forward here, Capricorn. You're going to your next destination. And like I mentioned with the Sun card, I feel like there's no other way to put it. It's like it just feels good to finally be able to move into this different direction. What other information do we have here for Capricorn's week? We have here the Page of Wands. We have here the Fool card, and we have here the Two of Cups. Whoa, hello. I think for some of you, you actually can be finding the next step or the next part of your journey you'd like to align with. Let's say, for example, you're leaving a job behind. You might actually find a job you're really interested this week, and you can start taking action to go apply there. For other Capricorns dealing with relationships, you might start noticing that you have a partner or you found somebody you feel really connected to. You want to get to know them more, so you might be making the moves on somebody new here. For Capricorns in general, if you've been dealing with friendships, you might notice this week that you are starting to associate with new people, and you actually really are enjoying it. You're having a good time here associating with new peeps, and you are intrigued to see where these new friendships can go. So I think this week, actually, you're going to start to see yourself being surrounded with new energies and new environments, and it's going to be pretty damn nice. Okay, so Capricorn, I'm liking this so far. All right, guys, so let's just talk about your main situation for a moment. You know, before we even got into the reading, I felt major throat chakra vibes. I felt like something needed to be communicated. I think you needed to let somebody down, and that kind of bummed you out because you don't want to hurt anybody. But This is what's going to make you happy, and this is what's going to set the other person free. It's never worth it to stay somewhere you're not happy, because at the end of the day, it's not going to make the other person any happier. So I do see you finally taking action this week, saying, all right, it's time to move into my new direction. And I think you get an idea of what that new direction is going to be really, really quickly. Like I mentioned, you got here a Two of Cups coming into play, a Fool card. Throughout your journey here of searching for what's next, I feel like you find it really fast. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily that a new situation is manifesting, but you're seeing a clear and direct path of where you want to go forward. So to have that knowledge about where you're going next is a really fantastic thing to have, because you have something to work for. All right. Now let's hop on into your career, your love life, and your personal life. So we're going to go take a look here at that. Let's see what's coming up here for Capricorns in regards to career this week. What do we got here career-wise for Capricorn throughout the week of the 11th? First card out is going to be the Four of something. Let me take a look here at this. The Four of Swords. There you go. Haven't used this deck in a while. So we got the Four of Swords here. We got the Two of Swords, and we have here the Ten of Pentacles. All right, for the week here for career, Four of Swords, Two of Swords. Some of you guys might have recently come back from a vacation. So if you've been on vacation, Capricorn, and you're returning back to work, you feel quite wonderful here getting back into the swing of things. It feels pretty good. Now, if this is not about taking a break from work, I do think that ultimately for some of you, if there's been workplace drama, or if there's been anything that's been bothering you at work, Ten of Pentacles says you're going back to work with the intention of focusing on just that, simply just the work. I'm not going to deal with other people right now or focus too much on coworkers and things of that nature. I'm showing up here to make sure that I get my job done as best as I can, so that I get that awesome paycheck and that I can show people, hey, maybe I can get promoted, or maybe you should promote me. I'm going to show people why I work for this business, why I work for this company. I feel like you're going to be a very hard worker here this week, but you're also kind of having the intention here to stand out, as some of you may be looking for a promotion. So it feels like a super hardworking week. Yeah, I'm actually seeing here too, some of you taking the advantage to step up if you're seeing other people slack. If you're seeing coworkers slacking, not really doing a great job, maybe getting reprimanded often, you might be in this position where it's like, let me step up so I can have the light kind of shine on me a little bit and create some opportunity there, some wiggle room there to make something happen, which is cool. So definitely stepping up in the work field. Now let's hop on into love. Let's take a look at single Capricorns first. What do we have here for single Cappies in love? Moving throughout the week of the 11th. First card is going to be the Queen of Wands, and the following card is going to be the Page of Pentacles. Okay, for single Cappies dealing with love, I do think for some of you that you're in a period of time where you are trying to spice things up with a person that you're connected with, but I kind of get the feeling here that they're taking things very, very slow. So while you're trying to kind of escalate and elevate where this thing can go, and while you're trying to maybe even introduce some intimacy into the connection, I feel like somebody here once again is kind of stopping you with that Page of Pentacles and is offering to continue to keep taking things slow. So for single Capricorns, kind of feeling dissatisfaction at this time. You want somebody here to step up. You want them to not move as slow as they've been moving. But I get the feeling here that you're the person probably putting in more effort than they are. So for the single Capricorns, I would say, if they're not matching your energy, ask yourself this week, is this something I wish to continue to pursue? Should I keep giving them a little bit more time to see if they'll match my energy, or should I find somebody else different? You know, that really vibes with what I'm looking for, has the same values, wants the same things. I would kind of really think about it this week on if this is something you want to move forward with, okay? Now for Capricorns that are in relationships, for the couples, let's take a look here. What do we got for coupled Capricorns throughout the week of the 11th? What do we got? Hello, Seven of Cups showing up here for you. Looking at the next card, we got here the Two of Pentacles, and we have here a Ten of Wands showing up as well. For the coupled Capricorns, I do think that lately it's been pretty confusing, or it's been a bit of an overwhelming time for the relationship. The Two of Pentacles here can be representing that you guys have been going through ups and downs, and with the Ten of Wands showing up here, it can be representing that these ups and downs haven't been the best time. Maybe it's been a little bit of a burdensome time here in your connection and in your relationship. Seven of Cups to me, I think right now is not so much emotional confusion, but it's more so about feeling emotionally overwhelmed. But you know what I think it is though for the Capricorn couples? I don't think it has to do with the two of you kind of being overwhelmed with your relationship. I think you're overwhelmed in your personal life, Capricorn. Your person's overwhelmed in their personal life. And it's kind of like that's what's bleeding into the relationship. I think that if both of you can work together to solve your own personal problems and recognize and separate that from the relationship you have, it would be more of a smooth sailing kind of time. I think that the more that the personal problems are bleeding into the relationship, for example, let's say you got something going on, so you're irritated, and then you take that irritation out on your partner. If stuff like that keeps happening, it's going to be harmful to the relationship. But if you can separate it, it's going to be very, very good. So I think just genuine communication, talk to your partner, let them know what's up, let them know what's bothering you or bugging you. If you do have a situation with your person, talk to them about that too. I feel like it's an awesome time to just have really strong communication, and that will fix a lot of the issues you may potentially be having. Now, for the personal check-in, let's have a look here for you, Capricorn. What's going on with you personally throughout the week of the 11th here? What's going on with Capricorns personally? We have here a Nine of Cups, we have here a Knight of Cups, and we have here the King of Pentacles. You know, I think that this week, out of everything, you just want it to go smoothly. I think that this is a week where you're just looking for the positive or the best, most positive result out of your current circumstances. Like I mentioned in the beginning, some of you guys are in a position where you're about to let somebody down. It kind of sucks, you know? So you're looking for everything to turn out all right. And you know what, Capricorn? I think it's going to. I think that no matter what your fears may be this week or what may worry you this week, I feel like coming into the ending of the week, you're going to realize, you know, everything didn't play out so bad after all. And that's a pretty great statement to see. So Capricorns, what I want to say here for you personally is I think that everything's not going to play out so bad. It's going to kind of turn out a lot better than you expected. And you're going to be like, you know, came into this week a little worried, but I really did have nothing to worry about. All right. So I see that panning out in that direction. Now, for the overall outcome for Capricorns, what's going to be the overall outcome here for the week through the 11th through the 17th? What do we got? And we have here the Page of Swords. Absolutely. Page of Swords to me is my card of hesitation. So I think that this week, especially in the beginning of the week, there is a lot that you're hesitant about. But as you progress throughout the rest of the week, you're jumping into action. It's like this Page of Swords is becoming the Knight of Swords, right? So you're going to be jumping into action, not hesitating anymore, not holding back. You're going to be doing what you need to do, and it's going to turn out that it's not so bad. There was nothing to be afraid of. It all ends up working out. All right? All right, though, Capricorn, I like it for you, baby. Happy to see things turning in a bit of a better direction for you. Thank you guys, though, for coming out and watching your reading. I do appreciate it. It's an honor to read for you, so thank you for giving me this opportunity. Of course, if you're new here, consider subscribing. I'd be happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like and a comment down below. If you're interested in a personal read, that will always be in the first link in the description below. But Capricorns, have a great rest of your week, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.